What up, everybody out there in podcast land? Thank you for tuning in yet again to another episode of Kenny Ross Present the Yeah I Said It podcast. We are most certainly expressing with our full capability until they want us canceled or in correctional facilities. I am laughing my head off already because of how it went down before we got started. But of course, this is the branch out of my child. I am the dad half of this operation, boy. Ross Cooper. Of course, I am rocking with the best, my co-host, if you can manage it. Introduce yourself to the folk. Whoa, we started early. We started early. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
My mere presence says that God has a funny sense of humor. Yeah, well, what's good, everybody? That's a funny line. I said that. That's going to play in part real soon. But but I can't even say what is my intro. Okay, yeah, well, how y'all doing, everybody? Everybody's having a good day. If you're watching all the platforms, please share with your friends, family, enemies, the dead that we love, zombies, all that good stuff. And then if you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that cringy YouTube crap. And if you don't, you might get a father, a certain type of father, a great father.
You're an ass of epic proportions, sir. You're an ass.
You might
Okay.
lose a father. There we go. That's what I meant to say. You might lose a father.
You a wild boy, yo. You trying to get his gat right on the top. But okay, so listen. Today's show really had me thinking about what we do here, right? Like when we're on your Spotify or whoever title, whatever playlist, podcast, what's the underlying piece? What does it say? Probably the first thing comes up is political. Because there's no other category, it probably says BLM, Black Lives Matter. We're gonna fall under that platform, that category. Um, Black, of course, father, son, obviously. We do discuss racial topics a lot. We discuss music, movies, entertainment, not entertainment, really just music, movies, and sports, right? Um, we do not typically discuss relationship stuff here. It might edge that way, but we don't really touch it because it's like, I think it's bigger things. The I think to solve the relationship issue, if you will, amongst ourselves, amongst Black people, whoever, you really need to solve the issue within yourself. If you are whole and you love yourself and you are actively working through whatever issues you may have, it makes it easier to recognize being with someone who is also worked through their issues and their traumas. If you are still unresolved trauma, unhealed issues, you're going to connect probably with someone of the same, or you're going to meet someone who is working through their shit and possibly damage them, right? So we really don't get into celebrity gossip, relationship shit, this, that, and the third. But I've had a few people, fans of the show, hit me up, was like, yo, they're gonna talk about the Kevin Samuel shit. I'm like, I didn't. So I didn't really feel a need to, but as always, we do, we can't ignore certain things that happen. Being Black men and what I was on the Black community. So yeah, we're going to touch on a little bit, but it's just an interesting way to look at it because what I've seen now, officially, my connection to dude is peripheral. I know people who have strong opinions about him on both sides of the fence.
Exactly.
I've seen a lot of clips, but my stance has really been, listen. I've used this analogy many times on different people's pages and talking about it. Like, listen, um, if I sit down into a meal and the first two bites are nasty, I don't need to eat the entire effing sandwich to find out, damn, that really whole thing was really nasty. If I
Flavors
go
in the
through the
middle.
first couple, or if I go through the first couple bites and shit's nasty, I'm good here. And now, again, I understand the interesting space I'm in saying, hey, if I basically to extrapolate this in real time, if I'm seeing clips of your content and that shit rubs me the wrong way, I have no incentive to see the rest of it, right? I am
Mhm.
willfully ignorant, if you will, right?
Mhm.
I understand that it works both ways.
Mhm.
I'm aware you can watch a 30-second clip. Oh yeah, I said it. And be like, yo,
Mhm.
fuck them, yo. They going hard on police. They don't like law enforcement. They borderline revolutionary. They talking that black shit. Fuck them.
Mhm.
I'm totally. The thing is though, I'm totally okay with that.
That's
That's the
that's
thing. I'm
that was a bad
because
example. But
there you yeah, I'm totally okay with that. Because the thing is this though, we actually do go out of our way, and you'll hear me say it all the time. You'll hear him say it all the time. For those who might be new here, or just to clear up so you don't use a soundbite, we have clarified. We did a whole show where we clarified our position.
Mhm.
And just for the sake of since we're on it, I'll say it again. No, I don't fuck with law enforcement. The caveat is unless I get a cosign from somebody I trust that knows you before you put that damn badge on, off top, I don't fuck with you. I don't
Mhm.
hate you per se. I don't hate you, but I don't fuck with you. I don't trust
Mhm.
you. I
Okay.
don't trust you. And that's huge. I don't trust you. And honestly, I barely respect you until I can have somebody I know connected to you for real vouch for you. No, you're the extension of a racist system whose sole existence was the slave catch. No, I don't fuck with you. That's just that. And if that you read that as I hate law enforcement, salute, have at it, go with it.
Because it's true.
Go with it. Go with it. But to circle back to where we started, nah, I ain't really rock with dude. You
Mhm.
condescending, you nasty, you just it and it's like I just so when to find out a little while back that old Kevy Kev was no longer amongst the living, my first reaction was, oh damn, that's fucked up. And I moved on with my day. I moved on with my day. But I was like, the internet is undefeated.
That is true.
Let me see where this goes. I'm just gonna sit here.
It was World War III.
Let me see where this goes. Lord, gotta use my Joker voice. And you didn't disappoint.
Dark
And
Knight
you,
reference.
and
He did it. I didn't do
you didn't disappoint. Yeah. So I'm sitting here in the middle, like, because again, I'm relatively indifferent. I don't give a shit either way. Now, there are people I know, love, and respect. I just wanted to see which way the wind would blow. Nothing's going to change my. No, I didn't anticipate anything changing my stance, right? But I just want to see which way the wind blew. And the vast majority of black women that I hold near and dear, oh, they roasted this cat something heavy. Some of it was, I would say, at least by my estimation, a little bit out of bounds. Like, damn, dog, that was rough. Some of it was really based off of having seen some things, heard some things. And for me personally, the one that was really like, because the thing is that the Kevinettes, as I call them, the Kevin fan base, my homegirl, shout out to Shelly Sesso, who was a guest on our show. Um, dope woman, dope black woman. She calls them the Kevinettes, the Kevin fan base. But the one thing that was problematic for me, it's always, well, it's the clip, but it was taken out of context. You got a small bite. It was a whole thing, and that explains. It was taken out of
it.
context.
That's true.
Okay, could be. But I don't know how you take borderline pedophilia out of context.
Hmm.
Whoa, what are you saying, sir? I'm saying, and I've seen this clip a few times. It was the clip where he was posing this hypothetical situation about what should a woman do if her daughter came to her and accused dude of having looked at her getting out the shower. And I'm like, fam, out of the billion analogies you could have made, you could have said, because the setup was are you gonna believe your daughter or are you gonna believe your husband? What's it gonna be, right? And I think that's where we're going. But out of every possible way to set that up, you chose a borderline pedophilic one, and that out of all the other clips, you 35 and up one, all the other shit that we've seen, that was the one I was like, yeah, I don't need to watch the whole 2 hour fucking clip to figure this one out. And I'll say this now. If any of the Kevinettes are upset at that, well, fuck you. I don't need to watch a 2 hour clip to figure out how the fuck you would sit here and make a borderline pedophilic reference. And I've heard it all. And the thing that gets me is these motherfuckers don't seem to understand how cultish they sound. It's the same shit. You didn't watch all of it. It was taken out of context. Black women don't want to hear the truth. It's just delivery, but it's real. Fuck out of here. And like in a nutshell, is look, if you heard some of that shit and you decided, let me dig deeper. Okay, you dug deeper. Everybody did. A lot of people didn't fuck with you. Which brings us back to where we're going with all of this. Not so much about him, but it was a tweet I saw and I found it profound. I wish I knew who said it, but it was like, not speaking ill of the dead is how trauma is passed down. And I'd let that sink in for a second. Hey, huh? But no, in communities and families, and I because I'm black, I can speak to the black family or my black family for real. People die, and all of a sudden they get deified. It's like all of their sins were wiped away. Like
They did.
right, they're dead. All their sins were wiped away. We're all good. Nah, fam.
We're happy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna make it real personal. I'm gonna speak about my pops. What no mourning when my pops died. It was sorrow. And not sorry he's gone. It was, wow, fam. So all these years went by with you being an ass, and we could have been so much more, but you chose not to. Yeah, well, ain't shit I can do about that now. No, wait. Enter shock and awe here. I'm sure there's listeners and watchers like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah, because we real over here. A lot of that, I can't believe y'all celebrate the death of a black man. Listen, me personally, I'm not. I was like, I'm on the I don't give a F fence, but
I haven't
I'm
said anything
also
yet. So yeah, I can't say that.
but my thing is this: if you feel, you being anybody, if you feel somebody has wronged you, somebody has deeply offended you, somebody is harmful to you and your ethos and your cause, and that person expires, and you feel like raising a motherfucking glass, do that. I'm not gonna rob that of you. Ain't my place to call. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. Because I can promise you this, you won't see no shed tears for me when Robert Kelly's gone. You were directly harmful to black girls and by default the black community. You were aided and abetted by other people as well. But overall, if you weren't the monster you were, we wouldn't have so many people wouldn't have certain therapy bills. You are a predator in our community. And I don't fuck with predators. So when you gone, yeah. And I understand how that shit can work around. I understand and I'm comfortable with the fact that I am probably the bad guy in somebody's story. And when I'm done, somebody might raise a glass. What I try to do is live a life that leaves legacy to where you won't have a nation of motherfuckers like, woo, I'm glad he's gone. But if that happens, it happens. I'm sure all of the people who, back the blue, oh, it will shed no tears when I'm gone. But I'm okay with that. All right. I've kind of set the tone here. We going hard in the paint. We running post plays, and there's no easy layups on defense, sir.
Another Dark Knight reference. Here we go. All right. All right. Like I said, on this situation, I didn't care for the topic, and I didn't really want to talk about it because honestly, I don't care. Like you said, like I said, I've only seen clips. I don't digest his. It's not his content is not for me. I'm not a relationship person that's looking for a relationship advice, and certainly not from a damn YouTube. But nah, I've seen both sides. I've seen people who ride on both sides. You're either on the rest in peace side, or you're on the rest in piss side. I'm one of the rare people that's in the middle. It's like I said, you heard he died. It's like, damn, he died. It's tough. But then you got people crying like Jesus died or something, or Black Jesus, or like having the same reaction when Malcolm or Martin Luther King died. Like, bro, relax.
Right, yo,
Then you got the people who sitting there like pissing and stomping on his grave. Like, I'm so happy. It's like, damn, relax. It's like whatever. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Okay?
right, yo.
So,
right,
guys, like I said, at the end of the day, I really don't care where you stand on this. It's not that. Like I said, the deeper issue is bigger than him because what he stood for, like it or not, is what majority of society is riding on, and what this system is riding on is his division. He capitalized off of Black woman and men division.
No. Wait a minute now.
He capitalized on it. I mean, whether you agree with him or not, he did. He capitalized on it because that is the selling thing. That is a real thing, and because honestly, him dying should show you how much of a fucking divide is between us. One person did that, and if he's one person, no offense to him, he don't give a fuck. He doesn't fucking matter. If this one person could do that, to give so much damn division, newsflash, it was already there before he even came along. Did he help? Did he not? Did he not help? Did he help the cause? No, he did not. He capitalized off the shit. That's the only problem I would have about it. Hold on, I'll say one more thing and I'll let you know. So yeah, so it's like the division was already there from a long time ago. And you would think this is where we're at fault, and I can't even 100% blame him because we are in the information age. We do know the problems in our community, but as you just said, we never fucking deal with them. Right. Instead, we just blame each other and pick sides. We have two ears, one mouth for a fucking reason. If everyone just listens to each other and get on the same fucking page and stop being extremists on either side, we would be so much better. But since his death has proven how much of a fucking divide there is between us and our race, and that's the shit that pisses me off. I ain't got nothing to do with him. It has to do with us as a whole. That's where the problem is. Because you can choose to consume his bullshit or not. Or if you think it's gospel, whatever you side, like I said, it could be gospel, it could be bullshit. To me personally, I don't know. I don't care. I've just seen clips, so I don't know. But come on, man. There's a big issue that we need to fry instead of worrying about another dead Black man who didn't necessarily help or hurt the cause. Like, come on, it's the information. We got a lot of work to do. So him dying should point, like I said, should put a microscope on the bigger issues that we have as a community. But go ahead, I'll add on to it. I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the Kevinette's response is always, well, you didn't watch the content. And the Kevinette's response is always, he was actually trying to bring the Black family together. And I'm just like, are you, and I'm not even being an ass when I ask. It just seems like there is this disconnect from reality. Like, this shit is almost getting Jim Jones like, so you mean to tell me all these sisters that don't fuck with this dude, they just don't fuck with him because he's talking about them. That's what we're riding with. So you mean to tell me that, all that, rating and you ain't this and you ain't that, that's done to no, it's done because, they need to lower their expectations. And I'm like, here's my thing, and this is why I've stayed away from this because you ever know people that are so set on their point of view, there's no shaking it, and then which in and of itself
Reality.
isn't stop, yo.
That's what humans do. We are the most judgmental fucking creatures on the planet. That's what we
Well,
do.
see, you should, and this is one of my litmus tests for people I can cavort with. I understand that we all have our core beliefs, right? Certain
Everybody.
things that just that's what you believe, that's what you know to be true.
Right.
But I also think the beauty of the information age is new things come out, are discovered, and you should always keep the ability to download new information in your back pocket. So, for instance, class example, um, my disdain for law enforcement. If you could present to me where law enforcement actually does more good than harm, if somehow, some way it's false that law enforcement is not a descendant of slave catchers, I am open to re-examining what I know to be true based on the facts as I know them, right? I also make it my business to at least entertain the opposing side. So that's why I modify my statement to say, look, I don't fuck with law enforcement, but I might consider this person and their word cool. So if this person can tell me that pig isn't what I think, cool. You see what I'm saying? Cool. Because but certain things there's no give. There ain't no excuse for pedophilia. None. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nada.
No,
Nada.
no, no, that's now. I never seen that clip. Now, if that clip is true, then I agree.
Oh shit! I forgot.
There's no context that you can justify that shit.
Yeah,
And then
there's.
to make that is a bad example because now we already have that problem in our community of pedophilia and bum ass stepfathers or boyfriends abusing the mother's kids, or the other way around. And to his point, the mother usually believes the boyfriend or husband.
I mean,
We should not
yeah.
be
See,
teaching that.
no. And like I
that
said,
that sounded way too familiar for him because that actually does happen.
that's
I
just
know
like,
what's
wait,
happened in my
fam.
fucking family. So I'm like, what the hell? Why would you go telling, like you said,
Right.
out of all the billion scenarios,
That's
to
it.
have a woman listen to their husband or whatever, you gotta name that type of scenario that actually happens.
right. And full disclosure, like, yeah, it's when I did my family history, I was shocked to find like, whoa, it's couple members of the family that we probably shouldn't hug. That kind of blew my wig back.
Same here, but hey,
And I'm like, yo, anybody wanna talk about it?
dude,
So
we don't we don't.
and to clue folks in a little bit. There is a clip. Again, all the Kevinettes are gonna attack and say, well, you'd watch the whole thing. You're right. I did. But there's a clip where Kev here asks this woman about, well, what if your daughter comes to you and says, Kevin saw me getting out the shower? As for like some kind of basis of comparison or to see where, you know, the loyalty, for lack of a better term, lies. And I'm like, I,
You should
I
always
don't,
go to your kid first.
I mean, irrespective of the answer, dog, why would you paint that scenario with every possible scenario? Just
Every possible.
every,
If you're trying to do loyalty, you should do something. There's a
like
way.
if there's so right. There's like, whoa, wait,
so,
whoa.
so now you paint the picture of it's either your daughter or me, which is what a lot of people do in reality anyway. So why
But
would you do that?
but it's like that picture in
Why?
and of itself is problematic. But the fact that you use a pedophilic example to try to make your point, right, it gives me pause. It gives me pause.
I never
So
seen it. So,
yeah,
but everything else I've seen is just like I said, it can go either way. But like I said, he capitalized off something not a lot of people capitalize off of, that black pain and black division. He did that. That part can't be in dispute, whether you agree with the motherfucker or not. That part can't be, he capitalized off the shit. I guess power to him, whatever. But like I said, that his death should show that we, as a black people, have a lot of work to do, which we
I
already do.
mean,
But now it should be like evident, like you see the line. Yeah,
mhm.
somehow minimize it, walk to the line, and you start to come to fucking together. Because there's a lot of bullshit that's happening, that's about to happen where we can't afford to be divided right now. That's a whole nother topic. But yeah, so hey, it is what it is. I mean,
Right.
like I don't care about the situation at all. So you can attack me all you want. I'm indifferent to it. I don't care.
Yeah. And I'm just like, dog, for me, like I said, the reason nothing resonated with me because you rule. And my thing is this, and I don't really give a hell who doesn't like it. I center black women first, women second, but black women in particular, because nothing move if she don't. And I understand I guess in a lot of ways I'm a rare breed in that because a lot of brothers I talk to don't do that. But my thought process is okay, let's read the tea leaves, let's read the room. Where are we? We're at a time when black women voices are being heard and uplifted. Finally. People confuse that for me not having an ability to see bullshit. No, it's not that. It's just I don't choose to speak on it. Ain't like I don't see it. This is not, oh, black women are perfect. No, this is, hey, I personally, in real life, know way more dynamic and amazing sisters. And when these brothers get to these chicks is foul. They don't let people see their kids. They be calling the police. They be trying to trap brothers. But I don't know them. I'm not saying that out there. I'm saying that ain't my bubble. I don't know them. And I'm not gonna let some shit that
That's scary.
that's
Using
no
that
no
type of
no no
example,
no
that's
no
kind
no
of
no.
scary. Well, go ahead. I'll tell you how it's scary. Go ahead.
No, because I'm like, and what's because a lot of people live a life, whether they know it or not, in the comment section. Even this shit, like you said, think about it in real time. We don't know this cat. This is all some shit that happened online. All these arguments, all this comment section, all this shit is in the comment sections. We ain't sit down face to face and talking. I had to tell this one dude because he was going on and on about some shit in comment sections. Trying to tell him, like, listen, if you were sitting down in front of this sister, the conversation will be different. He would hear none of it. Completely and totally convinced that, sisters want to over talk. Listen, if your POV is sisters is foul, if your POV is that bullshit ass black women need to be held accountable, we don't got much in common. I'm gonna let you stand on your square. Let me stand on mine. Don't be sitting there trying to prove to me some shit because I am talking about my real life. And in my real life, I can probably call at least 6 sisters right now that if I said, yo, I need an ear, they'd be like, what's going on with you? I understand I may be privileged in that. However, because of that,
Yo,
I
bubble.
will, yeah, it's my bubble, and I'm fully aware it's
Yeah.
my bubble.
Okay.
So
So
I
that
don't care. So I don't mind admitting this is my bubble. So I'll knock the next dude, but don't try to sit there and tell me, well, that's unrealistic. Nah, that's my reality, doc. It's my reality.
okay. Can I go there? You done?
Go, please shoot off.
The reason, like I said, I respect what you said. The reason why I say it's dangerous because that's what a lot of racist white people or whatever who don't want to see the other side change would say is like, I don't experience this. It's like the person that says cops, like for example, what we talk about, that pigs aren't pigs. Why are you calling them pigs? Every cop I know in my area, freaking great. They don't give me. I sped one time. I probably deserved to be arrested. They let me go, but that's his bubble. And
Right.
his experience is different from mine. That's why I said you can't say that's my reality. That's because if we go on what somebody's reality is, we will never get to see what the other person's is. And that's
Oh, I
not
agree.
really, that's why I said, how are you? I know what you're trying to say. I'm just saying how you present it, it gives cause the pause that makes it seems kind of hypocritical because it's like, well, that's my bubble. Those are the dope women I'm around. But if everybody else hasn't experienced that, or majority or half, whatever the percentage is, then it's
Mhm.
like, well, you can't say discount them because they're on this side because you never experienced it or you rarely do, because that's
Right.
not fair. Because everybody's life and surroundings and people they meet, unfortunately, is different. So, But other than that, like I said, for me personally, I think everybody needs to be held accountable. Black men, black women. We both have some shit that we have to be accountable for. That's all I'm saying. I'm not on the stream is that only black women need to be held accountable on their bullshit. I'm not on the stream that only men need to be held. I'm right there in the middle because we both have some bullshit qualities that we both pass on to each other. And it's a cycle of fucking hatred and distrust and pain that we need to fucking end somehow in some way. I don't know how to fucking do it. I've been trying to think of ways to do it, but it gotta happen somehow.
I mean, I think I used to be with you on that. I say used to because I think I kind of cracked the code. Now it's just the problem is enacting it. Like the reason Kevin Samuels and actually a lot of these motherfuckers get on my nerves is because there's this thing that has happened in the black community and maybe in society at large where men feel the necessity to tell women what they need to be to keep a man or get a husband or whatever. And I'm like, listen, to
Well,
me, it
that
just shows
and like I
you're
said,
not
it's
you're not
friendly
reading.
fire because women do the same thing. That's what I said.
When we're dealing with a community and as much pain and division as we have, we need to keep it in house. Now, true story. I rock with, or kind of sort of rock with Derrick Jackson. I understand he is a poster child for simps. Oh, he a simp. Derrick Jackson simp. I understand his whole shit blew up because all he was trying to do, at least on the surface, was warn sisters about this is how you avoid the fuck boy, right? He left out the part where he still had some fuck boy in himself. He left that part out.
That's what I
But
said.
even with that,
You wouldn't know. It takes one to know.
Right, he would know.
So
He would
would
know. But even with that, my thing is this: how about we hold each other accountable? How about I say, listen, black man,
Yeah.
you need to, no, gender wise, and I get it, no, not to the LGBTQ folk, but for this conversation, gender wise, we hold ourselves accountable. As a black man, I should be able to look at another black man and be like, listen, man, you taking care of your health, you good, you mentally sound, you see a therapist, yo, when the last time you see your kids, man?
Agreed.
I mean, how you doing all this knocking with your baby's moms, but what you doing? What you doing about seeing your kids, man? You got a lawyer? What you doing? I didn't got because what I get tired of, and a lot of these Kevinettes do this shit, is what I call the bum ass black man pivot. I will say, listen, as brothers, we need to chill on some of this bullshit we saying and doing in hip hop. Bum ass black man pivot, but Megan and them, they talk about. I didn't ask you what they talk about. I'm talking about us over here. Here.
We do.
I will mention, the numbers is real bad as far as domestic violence goes. We really need to keep our tempers in check, not keep your hands on women. Bum ass black man pivot, but women hit men too. I didn't fucking ask you that.
They do.
Hold yourself to a higher standard.
But that goes for
when
everybody.
You love yourself and hold yourself to a higher standard, you will recognize what? When a situation ain't serving you, you'll fucking leave. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not raising my voice, not putting myself in no position to have these pigs clawed on me. So it's going to be an out and out lie that I touched you because I'm not going to put myself in them positions.
And that's okay. That's why
you know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't like talking about DV and stuff. I don't because I don't know.
I mean,
I know it
because you say anywhere you can make up anything. We know that.
That's I'm not.
But the reality of the situation is when you start looking at numbers, it don't pan out. The point I'm getting at is when we start talking about how to fix what, the conversation should be in-house because you make yourself the best version of yourself and you ideally will attract an equal. And if you don't, you move it along.
Right.
But once you love yourself and work through your shit, you will meet somebody who loves themselves and working through their shit. And even if you do, ain't no guarantee that's gonna work.
That's true.
But at least you will have the maturity to be like, hey, we gave it an honest shot. There were no toxins. The toxicity level was super low. We're just not compatible. Shake hands, move on. That's ideal. That's ideal. That's ideal.
That doesn't happen.
As long as we telling women what they need to do to be married. Like one, that's patriarchal as fuck. That's one.
Who cares about
Two,
marriage? Fuck marriage. Go ahead.
there you go. No, I need you here next year. But anywho,
Okay.
but it's like, yo, we have to just stop functioning from a patriarchal standpoint. I think a lot of dudes don't even realize they're doing it, and that's where a lot of the shit goes left. Fam, this ain't the 80s or even the 90s. That's why you single. That's why you ain't gonna be married. That ain't no threat to these women. That don't fucking bro. That ain't no threat. In fact, that's a damn relief to some.
I don't care about none of that shit. But either way, the only thing I care about, we gotta get our stuff together as a community. That is true.
And it just stop reaching across the aisle point. My thing is
on
stop
both
reaching across
sides.
the aisle point.
On both sides. On both start reaching out and hold each other accountable on your side, if that's what you're trying to say. Then fine, do that, whatever it takes. Or if we do gotta have honest conversation when we hold each other accountable, I don't care. Just do it and leave the shit alone, man. God damn, we need each other. We all we got. Black men are the most disrespected person on this planet, and black men are probably the most should I say feared or whatever the hell? I forgot. Somebody said it made a good tweet. It's like the most dangerous or feel endangered species on the planet. So either way, we all got our issues of just being black. Some different. So it's like you just come on, let the shit go.
Well, but no, I'm totally not gonna rob people. I'm not gonna impose my quote unquote morality on other people. If you want to raise a glass, the knee jerk response is damn, that's fucked up. It's not my place to project my morality on you.
Isn't that? You should never ask me for morality.
If you want to raise a glass and say, I'm glad this cat is gone, shit, all right. Because at the end of the day, you don't answer to me. You don't answer to me. Shit, I don't. If that's what you feel, homie, okay, that's fine. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Hey.
And it's like, I don't know. The reason that shit is like funny to me because a lot of these dudes have no issue going along with self-destructive behavior, self-destructive music, so on and so forth. But now you want to put a moral card. It ain't right to disrespect the dead. You know what else ain't right? Killing people in general. Like killing people in general. Because if we really gonna have a conversation, hip hop mainstream has been nothing but a celebration of Black Death since the 90s. But
they're paying for it right now with all these RICO cards.
Well, we're gonna talk about that next week. We're gonna talk about that.
These dumb mother. Yeah, man, I had a conversation.
Didn't we talk about this on the show a few weeks ago?
We did. Stop self-snitching. Yo, Boondocks. Bring back Boone. Rest in peace to Granddad. Yes, right. Rest in peace. But God, Boondock, we don't really realize how far ahead of his time the Boondocks were. We know it was funny, entertaining during the time, but when you really go back and watch the shit, because I actually have gone back and watched them, I'm like, I know they're making fun of certain situations, but this is true.
Damn near prophetic. So, yeah, that was that. That's that. I'm just like, fam, you know,
just locked up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Stop, y'all. It's just funny to me because it's like, I don't know if the Kevinettes really know the score. Look outside your little Kevinette bubble, and it's like you don't really have much of a leg to stand on, and your selective morality makes you look whack and ashy. And that's really it. Like I could see if this shit was consistent, but y'all sitting here, y'all wrong for celebrating the black man. Da, 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 da. Y'all put it in the fucking lyrics. Y'all celebrate the death of black men. Because ain't nobody chin checking these assholes. Well, actually, the federal government is now. The federal government is.
Oh, yeah, they're chin checking. Like, oh, really?
So let me get this straight. Like, y'all talk about death, murder, and disrespecting black women on wax for 25, 30 years. And it's cool. The second sisters decide to say, fuck this dude. I can't believe y'all celebrate. Shut it up. Like, that's I'm like, it's a weak argument to me, and I'm like, I can't. That's why I try to stay off it because it's too make it hard for me to pull your card at least. Make it hard for
Rico.
me. Yeah. So we talk about that in depth next week. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, wow. So yeah, I don't impose my morality on people. And if certain people want to raise a glass when certain other people die, shit, who am I to be like, that's foul? Now that's how you feel. That's how you feel. And I don't get to say you can't feel that way. Now, it does not speak to how I feel. Maybe I feel differently. Because if the my favorite bodybuilder, Kai Green, if Kai Green dies, right? And we all find out Kai Green was doing some foul shit. But and people was like, fuck Kai Green. I'm not gonna be like, yo, that ain't right. You ain't watch all this competition. Yeah, no, you're entitled to say fuck Kai Green, and I'm not gonna sit here and do the bullshit pivot talking about black men. If you were fucked up in life, dying does not change that. And I don't want to sit here and try to make people qualify who they think is fucked up in life. I don't come with that bullshit about, well, you can watch all 900 hours of content to form an opinion. Fam, either I watched a lot of shit and got an opinion, or I didn't watch a lot of shit and got an opinion. Why bother you either way?
Because you have an opinion that's opposing.
Like, and I get it. I'm a proponent of there's opinion and then there's expert opinion. And me personally, I tend not to respect opinion but so much.
It's
Real
not
quick.
okay, go ahead.
Well, hold on, real quick. Expert opinion is different from opinion. And again, this is kind of rudimentary. Opinion is this is just how I feel based on that. I'm just pulling out my ass how I feel. You're entitled to it. That's your opinion, right? That's your opinion. It's not really based on anything other than a feeling, maybe some bullshit you saw, something your own voice said. Okay, cool. That's your opinion. Expert opinion is a little different. It is really kind of taking, all right, I did check out this article, or I did have a conversation about this, or maybe, it's a gathering of certain information and coming to a conclusion that way. It's a little more, it's easier for me to respect it because we can actually have a conversation. And I know you're coming to the table with some actual something behind it other than that's just how the fuck I felt that day, essentially. But yeah, if you want to have an opinion on it, either way, I'm not imposing my rally. And if people want to raise a glass when I'm gone, law enforcement, have at it. I'm unbothered because I live my life in a certain way and I understand by and large the consequences of doing it. So I understand certain stances you and I take means certain other people won't fuck with us.
That's cool.
And right, and I'm okay with that. So it's just weird to me to see all these Kevinettes pull this bullshit. All right, I'm done. I'm done with that one.
I stopped playing like 10 minutes ago, but let's go.
Right, I'm done with that one. I'm done with that one. But speaking of pigs, because we sadly they always do some dumb shit in this country that we got to speak on pigs. So Delaware State HBCU took a road trip down to Georgia. The Delaware State women's lacrosse team, and Georgia went to play, and we're road tripping it back up. That's a long ass drive, but hey, that's how colleges travel. And their bus gets pulled over. I know, sounds strange to you. It sounds strange to you already. Yeah, exactly. And the pigs get on the bus and explain how if there's anything in the luggage, you probably want to tell us now, blah, blah, blah. Georgia. Just there's Atlanta. And then there's Georgia. Atlanta. And then there's Georgia. Yeah. And I'm just like, folks for a minute was like, come to Atlanta. The fuck out of here.
Because you have to stay there. If you cannot leave.
No. I'm not doing that. Ahmaud Arbery was dead. How long were they did something about it? Oh, fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, that too. But it's a whole lot of
fuck out of here. Right. Oh, it's a lot. That's the problem. That's just most. How do you? Because they're saying they were racially profiled, right?
Yes, they
Now
were.
I don't know what's on the bus. I don't know what's on the bus. I don't know if it says Delaware State HBCU on the bus. I have no gumption to presume, even if it did say Delaware State, the blackest ass college you ever seen on the side of the bus, these morons would actually know. Okay. But I do know once you pull them over for a traffic infraction, it's a bus. What for a traffic
Speed.
infraction? Okay,
Speed.
cool.
Yep.
Somehow you got a bus to like 90. Okay,
Yep.
it's speed. But
Yep.
um
And,
you even put in the statement how it's a bunch of college girls on here, and somehow you make the broad sweeping conclusion that there's probably weed on here.
what color were those girls, sir?
HBCU, that is historically black college.
I didn't know
University.
what that meant. I'm sorry. Thank you. You learn something new every day.
Jesus, oh my God! Now you're making me look back. I could have sworn I told you this years ago, but yeah, HBCU.
I was being sarcastic. Being
Okay.
sarcastic. I know what HB. God damn it. Yeah.
See, you're too good at this. You're too good at this.
Yo.
But once you saw all the faces on the bus, how'd you make the grand sweeping idea that it must be weed on here, and you proceed to tell these young women and everyone on the bus how they need to let them know if there's something on here, and blah blah blah. And okay, and the chief pig, the chief donut eater, chief donut eater comes back yesterday and says, well, as far as we know, they follow procedure. I, I, and I get it. I get it. I'm sure probably not a lot of our listeners are diehards, but I'm sure someone might come across this podcast and this episode and say, well, if they got anything on them, they're a bunch of college girls. They probably do have weed. Oh, just where do I begin? How'd you stop a bus for an infraction? How'd you, even if we let that ride, how'd you get on the bus and figure, you know what, these girls probably got some weed?
This is bringing back memories of why I hate pigs. I'll tell you the little story when it's my turn to talk. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm just like how even if it was weed, it's not like it's a brick of coke. It's weed, which should be legal anyway. But the fact that weed isn't legal is because of
Free Brittany Grinder. Sorry.
No, sorry about that. Free BG, get her home, free BG. But I'm just like, there's just so much wrong with this, and I don't even have to dig hard. But there's Atlanta, and then there's Georgia. Sir, live off the backboard, go for
it. Windmill. With no regards for human life. That's the pig's anthem right there.
Sad but true.
Double entendre. But like I said, I'm with you. I don't know what I just said speed. I don't know what the infraction was. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't profiling for the bus. Because I don't know if the bus was windows tinted or if it had, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the profiling started the second he got on that bus and said, all right. Okay. I know y'all got something. So y'all should just tell me now. You won't get in trouble. But if I find something, that's all I can't say you.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do to help you.
Like, isn't that why you're here? Like, you're not helping me now. I couldn't have been on that bus. I'm getting shot or arrested. But no, like
I got something concealed. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're not surviving. If there was ever a question or a topic, will we survive back then? No, we would not. But yeah, I'm just like even if it was for weed and they said it's illegal here, it's like, okay, you got the Pablo Escobar weed, like
on a bus full of college girls.
On a bus full of college, they moving kilos. That's okay. Ooh-wee. Like I said a long time ago, I don't care if that bus was full of goddamn weed. Let them go. It's weed. We don't care. Y'all making billions off the shit now, so why do we care?
Y'all making
So
billions both ways because y'all making money off the weed itself and still making money off the brothers locked up for it.
yeah, that too. All right.
Damn, dog.
Damn, it's amazing being the dealer
It's
and
right,
the
right.
enforcer at the same time. It's almost
Shout
like
out to the
something else
U.S.
I've said about, I ain't gonna say that yet. I'll say
Shout out to the U.S. government for replacing your local weed man.
it. Yeah. Get it over the counter. You ain't gotta go in the hood to get it. Deal a win-win.
Pretty much, you about to be able to go to Rite Aid.
Exactly.
Let me get some Sudafed in a dime bag. Woo!
All right, enough of the jokes. All right, being serious now. Yeah, it was definitely profound when they got on the shit and try to do typical pig talk or pig Latin
Right.
talk.
Nah.
Okay, I said enough of the jokes. I made that. All right, I'm serious now. I don't, the typical pig talk. If you tell me now, nothing will happen. We all know that's a lie. It's the
Right.
biggest lie told. Like saying, if you tell me the truth, I won't get mad. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get mad. So yeah, it's sad. I mean, but as long as all you conservatives and all you other, I don't know if it's left wing or right wing. I can't tell if my left or right. So I don't know what side you're on. But yeah, if y'all feel safer that some colored girls bus was raided for weed and you sleep better at night, then I guess this was a success.
Says a lot about you.
But if you are not on that side, then you're probably looking like WTF. Why?
Mm-hmm.
But if we got time for that topic, I don't know if we do, but it's gonna be a long show anyway, because the first topic took 10 years. But so sit back, relax. But basically, if we still talk about this next time, it's like this is America. I mean, this is what happens.
Yeah. Well, that actually was a great segue. So for those who may not have noticed, King Kendrick is back, and to me, back in a very big way. The video came out, the Heartbeat Part 5 or the Heart Part 5, and you said it to me. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me check this out. And the initial 30 seconds to a minute, I'm like, all right, Kendrick is really in his art bag. And he's honestly been in his art bag for a while.
His whole career. But go ahead.
Like he's been in his art bag. Like if you look at, and he's one of those artists who actually still uses videos as a device. If you look at Humble, look at a few other videos, like even We Gonna Be All Right, go way back. He uses videos as a device. And I think that's awesome because that's, to me, is what separates a rapper from an artist. It's Andre 3000, right? It's Andre 3000. It's Outkast. You go back to the 90s and 2000s. Bombs Over Baghdad video, Simon Jackson video. Like it's using the visual aspect, the visual storytelling as a device. And Kendrick, I'm like, all right, bandana. So that's kind of a nod to his California roots. White tee, just basic. Free hair, just basic. I'm like, all right, cool. And about a minute in, it's like, holy shit, what did I just see? And now I was like, I can't. It's like 6 minutes long, and I can't move. I can't move. I'm just sitting there like, oh my god. And basically, Kendrick's video, he becomes a lot of different famous and infamous black men and kind of tells their story lyrically while wearing their face. And it is like jaw dropping. And I'm just like, can't wait to hear the rest of it. It dropped today, so I know what I'll be listening to later.
I listened to the first half.
Where you at so far? Just where you blown away, really good. Where you at so far?
Really good. Everybody else is saying blown away. Like I said, I don't listen, I guess, the first 8 or 9 tracks. And I'm like, it's Kendrick. The beats he didn't Buddy the Butcher thing.
See, why you gonna stop doing my hometown Dutchman like that? You gotta stop with that, yo. You gonna stop doing that to Benny, yo.
Yeah,
Stop.
if there's a definition of great rapper and trash beats, he'd be the first and person.
You could probably argue Tupac first, but continue. Oh, Tupac was the king of I got something to say on this trash ass beat. Tupac just spit over some lame ass beats, but continue.
But Benny, like we talking recency, like Benny, and you're with Aftermath, I think, aren't you, or whatever? That Dre
I'm
should
not
be right
sure.
there. All right, whatever. Either way, yeah, even the beats fit. I'm not saying they're blown away. I haven't heard a DNA beat yet, but I haven't heard the whole album, so I don't know if it's in there. But what I heard is that's just he's in his artist bad with lyricism, and he's doing his typical different flows and stuff to it. So it's like as right now, it's probably a classic. Which then will mean if I listen to this whole thing and I say it's a certified classic, then we're gonna to have another subject on this podcast about where he ranks all time.
I mean, I don't know, yeah, because at
See?
some point we got to start
Have
having
a conversation.
Jada, to coin the now famous Jada term, is he top 5 that are alive? And that's
As
we're
I said, that's another conversation. Let us both listen to the album, see what we say, because if he does, this will be his at least fourth classic album, maybe 5.
I think we could have this. While you're talking, I'm going through it, and I'm just saying. I think I can safely put Kendrick top 10 ever right now. The problem is the top 5 is crowded and it is legendary. It is for me. It is Hove. It is Black Thought / The Roots. It is Nas, and I'm gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way with this one, but it is M. And right now, that 5th spot, am I comfy putting Kendrick ahead of Busta? And that's the part I don't know yet.
That's why I said we never thought, because we completely disagree.
Busta's body of work.
We disagree.
Being consistent, his use of visual storytelling.
We disagree.
Really set the bar for rap videos.
We disagree.
Which part do you disagree with, sir?
The fact that he's like you're having trouble putting him top 5 dead alive. But
are you comfy putting him ahead of any name I just mentioned?
I'm gonna wait until I hear this whole album.
Okay.
And then I will make my judgment.
Okay.
But like I said, I might offend a couple people. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, it is my opinion. And that's the thing about hip hop. It's all opinionated. And unfortunately, there's no certified GOAT in this genre. Or you can just look at numbers and just be like, oh, there's none. Like, it's all opinionated. That's it. Some people still think Biggie's the GOAT. Some think Pac's the GOAT. Some think Nas the GOAT. Some think J, M, whoever.
I think
there's a lot of different people.
Cares for Hove, but continue.
I
think you can make a solid, like not just circumstantial or not just opinionated.
Not enough where he blows everyone I just said away.
Jay's business. Jay's an entity.
Okay, and if you want to talk about.
We're talking complete and total body of work, and remember, we've come so far away from Can't Knock the Hustle to now. I may question his business decisions, but rap was the vehicle. This is rap personified, and this is also grown man rap. Like, to me, it's Jay, and then there's everybody else. We're having discussion over 2 through whatever, but number 1 to me is undisputed. When you take the entire, all of the pieces and put them together.
I'm just talking about music shit. You talking about business.
We're talking about the whole body of work. That's all his body of work.
If we just say business, then he would be the GOAT. Him and Dre would be the GOAT. If we just say business, I'm talking about music. Best rapper of all time. Just rapping. Your body of work includes everything that you've recorded. Not what you've done.
You still gotta.
It's
Arguable
very
opinion.
close. If we just say his music discography, it's very close for the top 5.
Okay.
Anyone in the that's why I said this is another
Okay.
discussion.
All right. Right. Back to
Because
Kendrick.
we can talk about that for an hour.
Back to Kendrick. Okay.
But yeah, Kendrick. What was the question? Oh, did you even ask the question, or we were just talking about Kendrick?
We were just talking about the video. We were just talking about the video, your thoughts, your feels.
Oh, we're not going to do the comparison.
Oh, we are. We're talking about the video itself by itself.
Oh, okay. What I think about it. All right. It was a great video. I mean, it's Kendrick. I mean, like I said, I guess I give you a taste of what my argument will be if this album is what I think it is that, I mean, he has the case of being the greatest lyricist, and he damn sure has the case of being the greatest artist, not just pure artistry. And so when you have both, like you said, you like a two-way player, I guess, for rap terms. Like, you got some people who are just offensive, like lyricists and stuff, and you have some people whose greatest strength is maybe defense or like artistry. And then you have the rare breed, like a LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, blah, 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 who can master both sides. So, yeah, he pulled on both sides and our artistry and lyricism. Like I said, his flow can be up there when he's on, but sometimes I think he does it on purpose, where he's more doing the artistry thing, where it sounds more poetic than it does rap. That's why some people get put off by, like, he's not rapping on beat. No, he's not rapping on beat because he can't. He's probably doing it as a message to make it more sound like poetry. And since I've been around a lot of poets and heard poetry because of you, and if they use beats, sometimes they do not, it's not a rap, it's a poet. It's poetry. It's so you don't have to be on beat for that. And it can still sound good if the message is there. So I was like, yeah, he's doing things that we've probably never seen before. So I mean, he's great.
Yeah, or seen shades of, I'll say. But yeah, he's right now one of those artists that is really just, it ain't ice, it ain't getting a bag, it's not name brand labels. This cat is literally in a t-shirt and a bandana. And what he says and how he does it is way more impactful and weighs a lot more than a lot of these I got jewels and grills and all this other useless shit that a lot of these rappers have. Now the question that I came up with, because I was like, wow, from an impact standpoint, so on and so forth. Well, we look at the Heart Part 5, and then you look at, say, you look at Childish Gambino with This Is America. Which was more impactful, maybe, or was powerful? Now, if you had to pick one to show to a group of people, which one are you picking? And I'm honestly still divided, but I have weighed both sides of that scale. I'm honestly still divided, but where are you?
Like I said, it depends on, like I said, I think This Is America visually was more impactful. Like I said, I'm not gonna live towards recency bias and say just Kendrick was more, because it just came out like a couple of days ago. Like I said, I'm a major Kendrick fan, but even with me being a fan, I'm also subjective. But I remember when This Is America came out and the visuals for that video, and it was crazy. Like I said, the lyrics, if we're comparing lyrics, then it's not even close.
No, not at all.
But if like I say, if you want a visual with a visual representation of America along with some bars behind it, the video I would choose if I was doing a presentation or whatever, I would use This Is America. Now, if I'm teaching just like a rap class or whatever, and I'm like how to fuse visual with lyricism, then I'm choosing the Hard Part 5. So to me, it's a matter of what you want. So if you want just straight visuals, I'm going with This Is America. If you want the totality, then I'll go with the Hard Part 5.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think like I said, I think you kind of encapsulate why I'm divided, because it's like This Is America is really simple lyrically, and I think it's designed that way on purpose. You don't, and I also think audience matters. I told you, I think Kendrick's talking to us, Black people, the Black community. Kendrick's talking to us. right? And if people that are not black community or white people ever want to catch it, they can. But Kendrick, I think, is talking to us. Whereas Childish Gambino is talking to everyone, but primarily um, white America in denial. And there's so many layers, so much simple. Like the song is simple, the track is simple, the flow is simple, but there's so many layers and symbolism in it. And it's things that certain demographics in this country don't want to cop to. They want to pretend it's not there. No, there's absolutely there. There's absolutely churches being shot up. There's absolutely on the edge of anarchy. We've seen civil unrest recently. You need to see this so we can keep it from happening again. So I think it's a matter of who do you want to talk to? Do you want a brother speaking for another brothers, or do you want a brother holding up the mirror to the rest of America? Because we know they seem to have a problem digesting it. So This Is America holds up that mirror very simply, very succinctly. So, the question of which one's better, which one I choose, I think it depends on audience. And how selfish I'm being. Because if I want somebody that's with the shits, that's about the revolution, it's about us.
That's
I'm
Kendrick.
going Kendrick. Yeah, I'm going Kendrick.
That's not even up for debate.
Yeah, I'm going Kendrick all day. But if I need a mirror shown, if I feel like I'm talking to the stop resisting, why are you burning down your own neighborhood? If I'm talking to that crowd, This Is America. I need to hold that mirror up. This is America. You know.
I agree
So
with
yeah,
you.
that's what I'm like. Yeah, I think it kind of depends on audience and what I'm
Yeah,
gonna move. So it's like,
we'll see.
but great job, Kendrick. Great job. And we'll conclude with this. A couple things I'm gonna touch on, but we'd be here for like another hour. But we'll conclude with this one. Because I showed you the trailer and you just weren't like unmoved. You were unmoved. Like Netflix is giving us a live action Resident Evil. Caught the trailer. I get it. People are still kind of mad about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I know. But we did get a bus full of slaughter. Come on. Wasn't it total waste? Wasn't it total waste? We got a whole bus full of bodies. Like, we've never seen that before. There's a whole bus getting sawed up. Like, hey, it wasn't a total waste, guys. It wasn't a total waste.
We sound like psychopaths. Like, yeah, we got motherfuckers getting slaughtered on buses. That's a good thing.
I'm saying it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dog. Like,
I
I can
know.
see.
I'm
I
just
can
saying, if
see
you're
that.
not
I
a
can see
horror
when they were
fan,
making it.
if you're not a horror fan, you probably looking at us like these niggas crazy. What's wrong
Like,
with you?
I can see but it's like, look, that was just the dream. That was like the same way in the pitch meeting when Kevin Feige was like, listen, for Captain America Civil War, what would happen if we put Cap and these dudes on one side and Iron Man on the other side and they just beefed? We got that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What would happen if Leatherface just got on a bus and just went to town? We got that. So, you stupid, yo. Wouldn't have been me. But
No.
so now we're getting a Resident Evil. And I'm curious to see where they're gonna take us with it. It's either based on the stuff I saw online, some folks are excited, some folks are like, this is gonna be trash.
It's gonna
And
be
I'm
trash.
like,
Have you even seen the last Resident Evil movie that just came out?
the animated version?
No, the anime versions were great because there's more that I
The
haven't seen.
animated version was dope as hell.
I'm talking about the live action one, the one that I was excited for because I thought they finally got it right.
Yeah, we
And
are.
they got and they did.
Wait, no, I didn't see that. I gotta watch that one. I didn't see that one.
I told you.
That's why I didn't see it, because you said
Gotta say it was ass, because it is ass. See, actually, I want you to see it, and then let's see if you're excited.
I gotta find what platform is on, because I've been meaning to watch that. You threw me off.
I threw you off. Now you listen to my opinion, okay? But all right, listen. I'm tired of Resident Evil live action, bro. They can't get it right.
I mean, I haven't seen the last one yet, so I can't speak to that, but I'll watch it.
And you're gonna call me. You're gonna be like, so I watched Resident Evil. And you're right. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what's gonna happen. But until
God.
then,
Okay.
they have yet to get it right.
All right.
They have yet to get a live action Resident. They've gotten the animated right. They've gotten, of course, the video game right because that's the predecessor. But they cannot get a live action right. I don't know why they can't, but they can't get it right.
Wait,
And
the first couple and then the last couple weren't bad. Like the one with
they were
Wesker.
trash. Resident Evil Apocalypse was good. After that, trash. Like I said, the other one after that, I don't. Well, I think Extinction. That was, and then I don't. I think I don't know what was after that. I don't know if that was the one where the girl got sawed in half by dude with the axe. Whatever that one was, I think that's when Wesker first popped up. That was okay.
I mean, the ending. I know the last
The
one
last
was
one
like
was complete booty
wavy
cheeks.
hand. That was wavy hand.
It was left and right booty cheeks, but it's okay though. It's all right. Hey, give me a Devil May Cry. Like for all my geeks
Oh,
out
that's
there,
now see that's please do not
give
make that live
me a
action.
Devil May Cry movie, or
Not live action.
continue the anime, or give me an animated movie of Devil May Cry. Try that. Hell, give me God of War. I'm tired of Resident Evil shit. We
I'm
might
with
be
it.
getting a God of War, so I have
I'm with it. I'm with it.
and The Rock
I'm all
might
the
be
way
playing
with
them,
it.
so that'd be crazy. But
Oh, see, that's bad casting. But continue.
yeah, that kind of is bad because I can't see him as Kratos. But I mean, he got the body, but everything else, I don't know.
No, he's way too big. He'd have to lose like 15, 20 pounds of muscle to really get to that Kratos frame. But yeah, I got you.
I don't know if he. We'll see. Maybe he could. Like, hey, they made Wolverine 6'1". It can work. The dude is like 5 foot in real in the comic. They made him 6'1" or 6'2". It can work. But hey.
So put a number to it from your excitement level, 1 to 10.
-1. There you go.
Damn, B. I'm in the middle. I'm on a 5. I don't want to trust it all the way. But I'm not gonna put it in the toilet. Like the trailer was like, okay, give me
You're
more.
watching because of the name. Now, if that name wasn't there and you saw that trailer, would you watch that?
I gotta go back and watch the trailer again. That's a good question.
The trailer not even been through. You're watching because of the name. You're like, oh, Resident Evil. If this was Zombieland Part 5, well, no, name not Zombieland. That's random
that's
zombie. If that was the name of the show, you'd be like, okay.
Okay. All right, we'll see. All right, so I'll run it back recap. So from the top, listen, Kevin and Kevinettes, I don't care. I just don't try to impose my morality on folks, especially if it's real easy to pick that faux morality apart on the other side. I really think our collective accountability needs to be in-house, not reaching across the aisle. I'm sorry if I'm lying. If you're butthurt, you're just butthurt. Lead a life that people don't have to so easily throw shots at you, and we don't have this problem. Georgia, just there's Atlanta and there's Georgia, and this is further proof of that. And if you don't get it, I'm not sure what I can tell you to help you get it. But to pull over a bus full of college kids, college girls, and talk about there must be weed, it just shows you're right off the bat fucking racist. And I really hope you get fried or roasted. I'm really guessing you probably won't.
No.
And that's just
protocol,
business as usual. And then Kendrick, it's that video is art. When you want to show what creativity and good rap music looks like, that is that video. Well done. And as far as the comparison between that and This Is America, can't really choose. It really depends on audience. I don't think you go wrong either way for very different reasons. And lastly, my excitement for Resident Evil is a 5. I got a 5. So, your recap, sir.
All right. Yeah, like I said, we all need to be accountable for the piece. I can care less about the man, and I stand on either side. The rest in piss or the rest in peace side. Doesn't really matter to me. Do your thing. If it affected you that much, But you should at least know that the fact that there's such division, that we have a whole lot of work to do with him
Right.
here or him gone. So
Right.
let's face that. Hold
Right.
ourselves accountable, like he said, and we can also hold each other accountable too, without being too goddamn disrespectful. So hey, gotta get our stuff together, black people. All right. Yeah, like you said, Georgia. Yeah, I'm never going to Georgia. I don't even care about Atlanta. Like I said, I was thinking about it, but then it's like you step one step outside Atlanta, you done. It's like,
Mm,
it's
mm,
gonna be like it's gonna turn from Atlanta to Resident Evil 4 setting real quick. But
stupid show.
but yeah, and I mean Kendrick is an alien. We already knew this. Anytime he does something, like I said, and I'm not D-riding, I'm just saying, like, bro, I'm objective. Like I said, I haven't said listen to the whole album yet, so I don't know if it's a classic. I'm not gonna name some of the classic off the first 8, 9 songs, but so far so good, and we'll see. But This Is America is also very iconic and visual dumbed down description of America, like you said, the mirror, so everyone can understand it. And if you don't understand it, yeah, bless your retarded heart. Excitement for Resident Evil, 0, -1. Benito, why are they even releasing this? Well, I'm sure you'll tell me about it.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. Bart Scott voice. Can't wait.
And remember,
So
we don't mean no harm. We truly mean all disrespect.
every last bit of it. Every last bit of it. But same bad time, same bad channel. We will see you all soon. Appreciate all of the listens. Appreciate you guys even coming to us and saying, hey, y'all gonna talk about this, that, the third. Let us know y'all engaged and listening. We love that. We love you all, good, bad, or indifferent. On behalf of the Yes It podcast. Peace.
Yeah.